You may think you're watching the last episode again, but trust me, this episode isn't the last episode because the last episode was a different episode. This episode is just starting out similar to last episode with Soul Runecrafting. And I gotta say, Soul Runecrafting is great for when you've got a show you've been meaning to binge. Season 1 of The Boys made 94, and 95 Runecrafting just fly by. Also, fair warning, this video is gonna be a bit all over the place. We're closing in on maxing, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna commit to a single grind. We'll be bouncing back and forth between different skills just because that's the way I like to play. You gotta break up the monotony sometimes, you know? Let's talk about woodcutting a little bit. I never really grinded out any woodcutting levels for the most part. Most of my XP came from golden bamboo or divine locations or bloodwood trees, you know, pretty standard daily things. But since we're closing in on 99, I think I should make it clear what my plan is. So a really fast method for training woodcutting is crystallizing acacia trees. Apparently you can get something like 300,000 XP per hour this way, assuming you're attentive and recast crystallize every 30 seconds. Let's pretend that's an accurate description of myself. That would mean a little over 5 hours of acacia crystallized cutting, but that can get a bit boring and I don't get anything from it, so it kind of feels like it's a grind that I'm only doing one thing. I don't like doing one thing. At least cutting golden bamboo gets me ingredients for shark soups, which can bring me closer to getting the salty title. Here's another option. Because I have the Desert Pantheon aura, which you get from doing a bunch of shifting tombs, I did this a long time ago, I can double the amount of resources I can collect from divine locations. Pair that with the Guthix Memorial perk that increases Divine Location XP by 125% in exchange of getting no loot, and you have a pretty rewarding daily. I can get 43,750 XP from a Divine U location, or 31,250 from a Divine Magic location. Since I can double what I collect, that's between 60 and 86,000 XP per day. Throw in the evil tree you can spawn from your Nature's Sentinel outfit, and you get an extra 20,000 XP, up to 106,000 XP per day. All you gotta do is find a world with the proper divine locations in the Garage of Hordstalker dungeon. I'm not saying this will be my primary way for getting 99, but it did get me to 98. This turns woodcutting from a pretty boring grind to a passive daily. At this rate, I'll have 99 within a week or two. Although, spoiler alert, it's not going to take that long. I'm going to do golden bamboo in the meantime as well, so I'll get 99 much sooner. In fact, well, just keep watching. But for now, more runecrafting. And man, it'd be nice if I had the Infinity Ethereal outfit. The chest can store 12 pure essence, which means every trip to the soul altar, I'd bring 103 essence rather than 91. That way, I'd never not have at least 100 essence to deposit in the machine. With the way soul runecrafting works, you deposit 100 essence into the machine, you charge the machine, turning that 100 essence into 25 charges, and you do that 4 times, so then you have 100 charges, and then you go through the abyss, go to the soul altar, craft your runes, and then those 100 charges get turned into XP. With runecrafting urns and the urn enhancer, it ends up being about 100,000 XP every time you make a trip to craft them, so it ends up being 400 essence to 100,000 XP. The problem is, since I can only bring 91 essence at a time, sometimes some of those trips need to be partial trips since I can't top off the machine with a full 100. Normally, it's not an issue if you have some essence to withdraw from your Wicked Hood, but if you're doing a lot of trips, you'll eventually be spent. I don't know how negatively not having the elite outfit affects my XP rates. I don't think it's that much, honestly, since partial trips seem to only happen once every 10 or so trips, so like twice an hour maybe. Issues aside, I am getting a ton of soul runes from this. Any criticisms I have are just completely quashed because so many soul runes. Jagex recently buffed the rates, tripling the output. You used to only get 80 runes from 100 charges. Now you get 240 runes from 100 charges. And because it takes so much time to charge the altar fully, you can use a power burst of sorcery every time you make a crafting run, which means you will get a minimum of 480 soul runes every time you craft them. Usually more because of the bonuses you get from having a higher rune crafting level or however that scales. So I think you can end up getting like 2,000 or 2,500 soul runes per hour. It's not too bad. I need to return to construction contracts and get my construction XP higher than my agility XP. Déjà vu, right? It's only about 70,000 XP that you get from Tears of Guthix every week, but every teardrop counts when it comes to agility. And that's 96 construction. On to cooking. I think I've got enough raw fish for just nearly 99, but I don't want to spend hours cooking tuna and swordfish. I have an interesting plan for 99 that I've been wanting to try out, but we'll get to that next time. Right now, I just need enough cooking XP to overtake agility. It shouldn't take very long. Don't forget to wield your Dwarven Army Axe for an extra 3 XP XP for each piece of food you cook. It's not much XP, but what else are you gonna have in your main hand anyway? You might as well just squeak out a little bit more XP where you can. I can't remember if this was a recent Reddit post or one I stumbled upon while Googling other stuff, but it made a good point. Tears of Guthix gives XP in your lowest skill in order to balance out your skills. Guthix gotta balance that whole shtick, you know, whatever, makes sense. But why, if balance is so important, are we tasked with collecting only one kind of tier? Is the idea that the blue and green tiers neutralize each other like some sort of matter-antimatter reaction, but the blue tiers happen to grant a boon to mortals, much to the ire of Guthix, who seeks balance between his tiers? So by collecting only the blue tiers, we gain XP, but collecting green ones causes the two quantities of tiers to annihilate. If collecting the blue tiers is antithetical to Guthix's philosophy, then why do we get experience in a manner that seeks to balance our stats? Shouldn't it create a greater imbalance since we're drinking only one kind of tier? And then there's the Guthixian butterflies. They do what the blue tiers do, but they're green. Tears of Guthix was added in 2005. Maybe 17-year-old content doesn't warrant this much thought. 71,000 agility XP. Buying another piece of the outfit. And you know, I've been thinking about my little rant last time about the construction outfit, and I realized that technically the other outfits also take a long time to get. In fact, I think the Master Constructor's outfit as a whole is probably faster to get than the other outfits. The other outfits, each piece takes 3 hours if you're not 99, and you need to get 15 pieces at a minimum to have the full elite set, so you're talking 45 hours. 250 construction contracts I don't think would take 45 hours, but for some reason, the Constructor's outfit just feels worse to get than the other ones, and I think it's because you can get the outfit pieces for other skills just by training the skill in any way you want. To get the Master Constructor's outfit, you have to do construction contracts. Now, if you could just get construction fragments just by training construction in any way, oh, that's what they should do. They should do it like farming. You get fragment pieces by training construction. 3,600 pieces makes a piece of the outfit, but also give us the option to buy a collection of the pieces that you need to make the outfit from the construction contract shop, just like how you can buy Master Farmer outfit pieces from the player on farm with beans. That way you can train construction however you want, get fragments, make the construction outfit without actually having to do contracts, but if you want, you can do contracts and use the points from the contracts to buy fragments. I've been tantalizingly close to 99 fletching for a while now. Most of the XP lately has been coming from criminal bolts and dine arrows. Making dine arrows may not be optimal, but it sure is easy. For this last bit of fletching XP, I'm gonna collect some fungal hairs, about 1,000, spin them into bowstrings at a 5:1 ratio, and string some bows. See, the nice thing about these bowstrings is that they're stackable. With the Sears headband, you spin bowstring much faster, and since they stack, you never have to bank. You also get 75 fletching XP for each bowstring that you make. Pair that with the fletching XP you get from harvesting the tempered shafts in the first place, and you get an amount of fletching XP that I can't quite quantify, but is decent. Again, probably not optimal, but I can't stand making broad arrows. At least this way I'll end up with magic shield bows to disassemble for tensile parts, and we need those to keep our spring cleaner charged and ready to alch. And that's 99 fletching. And the Cape's perk is actually really useful. Basically, any action involving the creation of ranged ammunition has a 0.75% chance to produce extra output. Fletching bolts, adding bolt tips, fletching headless arrows, tipping arrows, and imbuing arrows, and this also applies to criminal bolts. Great for Ironman because anything that increases your output from the same input is invaluable. This is a cape I will not be stuffing into my cape rack and forgetting about. I'd have trouble handling these construction contracts if I weren't busy watching Season 2 and Season 3 of The Boys. This isn't sponsored, it's just a really good show. Not for everyone though, because it is incredibly raunchy. I'm gonna be honest, there's some parts where it's bordering on, like, porn. I'm just being, if anyone who's watched it, you know what I'm talking about. But thanks to Carl Urban and his happy friendship team that never commits any crimes, I was able to get 97 construction, buy a third piece of the Master Constructor's outfit, and then get 98 in the fourth piece. But I'm not going to go that far into 98, I'll explain why later in the video. Instead, I went back to woodcutting. I think it goes without saying that these clips are gathered over the course of a week or so. I've been doing the daily divine locations alongside chopping golden bamboo, and I'm now close enough to 99 woodcutting that it would take less than an hour to get it at crystallized Acadias. I wanted to rush it ahead of daily reset so I could turn off woodcutting challenges before I logged out. I did get 99, but then I forgot to turn off the woodcutting challenges, so I had to re-roll the daily. No matter. let's look at the cape. The Woodcutting Cape's emote is goofy as hell. That bird should be pissed that I'm stepping on its nest. And unfortunately, the perk isn't too exciting either. You have an increased chance of getting birds' nests and geodes from crystal trees. F tier. It's going in the cape rack. I really don't know what to say about runecrafting anymore, and I don't want to just say like, oh, 97 runecrafting, 98 runecrafting, even though that's exactly what I just did. Here's a helpful tip. You know how you can transform a legendary pet into a beast of burden? You just use the pouch on the legendary pet and you can transform it into a beast of burden. You can do the same thing with abyssal familiars, but if you use multiple pouches on the pet after transforming it, you can extend the familiar's timer up to a maximum of 2 hours. Frankly, you should be able to do this with any familiar, not just legendary pets. But you know, if you have one, use an Abyssal Titan on it, use a couple more pouches, and you can have 2 hours of Abyssal Titan, and you don't have to worry about it accidentally despawning while you're making runes, and then you lose 20 of your essence. And that actually segues into my next topic. I'm running out of pure essence. I didn't think this would actually happen, but the essence to XP ratio seems to be about 1 essence per 245 XP. This is factoring in urns and XP boosts and the outfit and all that. Every trip where I craft runes, I get about 100,000 XP, just a little under. Since I have about 900,000 more XP until 99, I need around 4,000 essence. I don't have 4,000 essence, I only have 1,400, so I need another 2,600 essence. Time to farm some pure essence. I honestly can't sing the praises of abyssal armor spikes enough, at least when you're killing abyssal savages. It is just so satisfying because the debuff stacks up to 50 so fast and the things die so quickly. It's just, ooh. I don't know if they drop enough flesh for this to be sustainable, but I don't care. Just seeing this debuff just melt these guys is just so satisfying. And the general loot ain't bad either. A lot of keys, a lot of crystal keys. I want to know why I have 30 loop halves and no teeth halves. Why do they drop so unevenly? Whenever I have teeth and loops, I'll make them into keys and then I'll use them and I'll open the chest. But I always have extra loops lying around. What's going on? Am I the only one this happens to? Does anybody else have this issue? I don't get it. Do loops just drop more often? Is there somebody out there with a bunch of teeth? Why is there a crystal tooth fairy somewhere? Why do you have all the teeth? I need teeth. I actually did Tears of Guthix toward the end of the week earlier in the video, which is why I'm able to do it again. I didn't use a weekly reset token, although I mean I probably Would it be a waste to use a weekly reset token on Tears of Guthix? I'm not sure. This is just how things shaked out. Another easy 80,000 agility XP. So nice. So this right here is why I pumped the brakes on construction contracts. I knew the traveling merchant would be selling an unfocused reward enhancer in the near future, so I waited a few days, then spent 10 mil on it. If you want to know the traveling merchant's future shop, you can look it up on the wiki. It's a pretty steep price tag, absolutely, but I can go to Wythian and set it up to give me double construction contract points for 25 contracts. Now, I'll get 10 points for a mahogany contract rather than 5. Without this enhancer, I'd have to do several contracts post 99 to get the final piece of the Master Constructor's outfit. With the enhancer, I can get 99, hooray, and only do a couple more contracts for the final piece of the outfit. The outfit is great if you want to do even more construction contracts, since it can teleport you straight to your active contract, and it gives you a chance to instantly complete a piece of contract furniture. It can also teleport you to any house portal and any real estate agent. It also auto-removes furniture after building it. Great perks for training construction, just in time for me to not need to train construction anymore. The cape has an okay perk. It gives you a 5% chance to save a plank, but only 1 plank can be saved per action. Not a useless perk, but not super exciting. Pretty milquetoast. Probably C tier. It'll go in my cape rack. With construction out of the way and our bank filled with enough pure essence to get 99, let's spend a couple hours finishing off runecrafting, and 99 runecrafting. And I'm still like 7 pieces away from the full infinity ethereal outfit. At least at 99 we get twice as many fragments, so we'll be able to get the outfit twice as fast. The runecrafting cape's perk is surprisingly amazing, but also kinda unrelated to runecrafting. When you activate it, it tells you the best rune to use in the Rune Goldberg machine's 3rd slot. That rune is unique to the player every day, so you can't know what it is unless the cape tells you or you just try a bunch of runes. This perk makes getting 100 Viswax each day almost guaranteed. I mean, there are some days where it'll want the first rune to be like a mist rune or something, and who the hell has mist runes, or a steam rune, I don't know. But this is the opposite of runecrafting. Like literally the machine, you lose runes. Runecrafting is about creating runes, but the machine, even though it's in the runecrafting guild, destroys them. Great perk, super useful. Weird that it's specific to a daily and not the skill itself. We'll end today with 97 fishing at the swarm. I'm using the bait and switch relic right now, so I'm getting a little bit of cooking XP here as well. But I'll get 99 fishing long before 99 cooking. I might not even get 98 cooking. I've got an idea for how to rectify that issue. I don't know how effective it'll be, but it'll definitely be something interesting to explore. I'll talk about it next time. Thanks for watching.